Hey everybody, Professor Hill here. A short video on classifying social media. So why bother to classify social media? Well, ultimately it's to better match the different social media platforms and applications to our target market so we can do a better job engaging our audience. Classifying social media has become, well, quite difficult. Its rapid growth, not only in our country, but in Europe, Asia, probably more and more in Africa. Soon, different apps are developed in different, natively to different countries. There's new apps being developed along with new technology, TikTok, for example. And then, social media platforms have integrated other apps or have developed multiple functions. For example, Facebook owns not only Facebook, of course, but Instagram, WhatsApp, and Messenger. So that's all part of the kind of Facebook family. And by the way, those four apps are the most downloaded social media apps of all time. The upshot is that really nobody keeps a comprehensive list of social media platforms like they had in the past. And even back in the day, right, going back to 2017, there was a huge list of different applications and different types. Nowadays, marketers pay really only attention to the top 100 social media platforms. So back in 2017, Brian Solis, this is his fifth iteration, I think, fifth time classified social media. So this big circle, this big pie, each slice of pie, each wedge is a different type, according to him, of social media. And then you can see it's well populated, each one of those. So obviously it's difficult to keep track of something like that. So what I decided to do was look at what are the leading social media agencies, what do they do? How do they classify social media? So one of those is Hootsuite. And this is from about 2017, also 2018. So they classified into 10 different types of social media. Social networks, media sharing networks like YouTube and Snapchat, discussion forums, Reddit, bookmarking and content curation networks where people collect and curate different things off of the web, such as Pinterest, Flipboard. I use Slick Deals and Dealig where people post good deals. Consumer review networks like Yelp, blogging, which we'll do later in this class, interest-based networks where people have particular things. Goodreads is where people share reviews and thoughts about different books. Social shopping networks like Etsy, sharing economy networks such as Airbnb. Would you classify Airbnb as a social media platform? And then anonymous social networks, which I didn't even know about, such as Whisper, Ask FM, After School, where the users can remain anonymous. So they have 10. Is this the best or right list? Who knows? But it probably works for them in terms of looking at classifying the social media in ways that's helpful for their clients. Sprout Social is another large social media agency. And they have a simpler list, also put together around 2017. Social networking sites, image sharing and messaging sites, Instagram, Snapchat, Imager, video sharing sites, maybe video and images could be together, social blogging, Medium, Tumblr, and all the other individual blogs that are out there. And then social community and discussion, Reddit, Quora, could be Wikipedia's, and that one's a pretty large one. That's theirs. So it isn't that one is better than another. You should be able to think about social media and classify it in a way that works for you. And if you're working for a company, that should be, hey, how can I classify social media in a way that makes sense for our target market? And if you're working for a social media agency, what's a good way to classify social media so I can make sure that I'm covering all the bases for my clients?